Welcome to Knit 1.
Part
2.
Episode 32.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm Sheila, also known as Sheila D37 on Ravelry and Spark People.
And I'm Wendy, also known as Penny Wenny on Ravelry, Penny Wenny 2 on Spark People.
And, we might as well just get this over. Please come and join us if you are new to the podcast. Come and join us at Ravelry. We have a group button that way.
Yeah.
If you click on the button, we'll take you to Ravelry. And come join our group.
Yes, because we currently have 441 members as of yesterday. I didn't check this morning. And when we reach the magic number of 500 members, we are going to have a 500-member Prize-a-Palooza. And we'll show you later some of the things that you could win in the Prize-a-Palooza. So that's exciting.
All right.
Well, Sheila, why don't you go first?
Okay. So the first thing I'm going to show you is a test knit that I'm doing. And I only did 10 rows because I was really hoping to get some sock knitting done. And this is it's called The Winter Shawl by Sarah Barber. Sorry. I'm doing it using my Debbie Bliss alpaca. You remember this from the Mountain Ash?
Yes.
It's a cable-y shawl, winter shawl on US size 6, 3.5 or 3.75.
Is this the front?
Yep.
You can kind of see it. There's some cablies.
Yeah, it's done in 3 sections, and I think the test knit is for the first 32 rows because after that it repeats itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm testing the
That's pretty.
chart. It is pretty. I'm testing the chart because I'm late to the game. We got this test knit Wednesday, I think, and a lot of people have done the written repeats, and I'm not going to test that because enough people are doing it, but I am testing the chart. I'm just going to show you without really giving it away. She charts it, I don't want to give too much away. She charts it like this. Big chart, see? Yeah, you can't see it. And then she charts on another page. She shows us how it's going to look with the 3 repeats. The
that's kind of
thingies
nice.
are where I am. But doing the chart, I wrote back to her that on the edge is supposed to be garter stitch, I believe, and she doesn't really note that. But
So
it's
some
noted in the
people might
written
get
stitch.
confused and-
Exactly. And the charts here, the legends are a little different. Like you got that, which is that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just, it's test pattern. You're trying to find the little idiosyncrasies that she's, trying to
Little
get.
things that you probably wouldn't bother you when you're writing the pattern, but that people that don't know you would be like, what? I'm confused.
So, but that's what we're here for. We're
That's
here
what
to test knit
for.
the pattern. And then it starts going into this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I've committed to at least the first 32 rows. I can't guarantee anything after that.
I might have to do that one. It looks interesting.
Yeah. And
what weight yarn is it written for?
Anyway, she just doesn't think fingering would be good because would be too small, maybe.
Yeah.
So I'd say DK sport or above. So mine's doing a DK, which is the alpaca, and it's soft.
Yeah, I like that. I like that yarn.
So that's my first on the needles, on the dance card, My second is the Heath socks, and I just finished the decrease on my second sock. Actually, I'm just about finished. I'm finished. I'm about to turn and do the cable again.
That's a pretty stitch marker.
That was given to me.
I like it. It's purple.
I think my monster swap. I think I showed this for my monster swap. Where is it?
Inside the sock.
I'm like, it's really pretty. I like it. It's kind of heavy though. But so this is my progress on my second.
Bless you.
Excuse me. I think the alpaca.
Yeah,
my
nose.
So this is my second one, and you may ask, where's your first?
Well, let her show you.
Glad you asked. Here's my first.
Yay!
Here's the cables. So the cables came down the cuff, stopped for the increase, and continued onto the toe. This is longer than my foot. I'm hoping it will fit the recipient.
Yeah.
And I'm planning on leaving the toe unwoven in because the person can knit and has knit socks.
And could potentially alter the length of the sock if it was
Yeah,
too long
do you think
or
that's
too
a
short.
good idea?
I do.
Okay.
My mom always gives me my socks that way.
Well, I'll weave in the rest, but just leave the toe undone. So, it's nice. I really like it. This is Plymouth Happy Feet yarn. I'm calling it the olive colorway. I'm sure, or maybe even camouflage. It doesn't look, too much different than camouflage.
A very masculine color.
Yes. What was I going to say? US 1.5, 2.75 millimeters. Don't quote me on that. I have it here. 2.5. And I like it a lot. I love the yarn. This is definitely going to be a good workhorse
I'm a
yarn.
fan of Plymouth sock.
The twist is what we like.
Yeah.
But this would be a good workhorse for kids on the inexpensive side.
Yeah, and
I
it's
think it runs
affordable,
about
and they
$6
have
to
some
$8.
really pretty colors.
$6 to $8 per skein, and you're going to
You
need
need
two. And I'm also going to send this person the leftover yarn. But let me just show you. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12 repeats on the toe before I decreased. I thought I'd have a lot left, but I will have some left. I thought maybe I'd have enough left for doing a baby hat and then sending it, but I don't think I'm going to have that much. So
Yeah.
I'll send the person the leftover yarn in case they need to increase it, with the note that if they don't, pitch it. If they don't, if they don't do those hexapuffs or anything like that.
That like everybody except me is doing, and you.
I
You did a hexapuff.
did a hexapuff out of curiosity, but that's about it.
And then she was like, yeah, I'm not doing it anymore.
So I don't think this person is doing it, but who knows? This person may know somebody who's doing it.
That's right.
So that's my second thing on the needle. The third thing is the simple ribbed cowl. And I can show it to you. It's going to look different than the last time I did it because I actually ripped it out.
Why?
Because we were talking about the size of needles.
Yeah.
And I decided that 10.5 needles would be better and drapier. So
I'm doing 10.75. I might as well show mine at the same time.
10.7. Well, you have...
Because I have them, my German Addies have a 10.75 and I was using the 10.
So this is where I am.
See, that's pretty.
Yeah. I haven't... And you're doing twist through the back loop?
I am doing twist through the back loop.
Yeah,
It doesn't bother me.
Well, it was not mindless enough for me.
I have to tell you, this is that Green Mountain wool.
Ooh.
I freaking love this. I don't know. Somehow it manages to be soft because it's got baby alpaca
I
in
like
it.
a little bit of a tweedy.
But it's also got like a little lanolin from the wool, and that combination, I'm just really enjoying knitting with it.
It's very nice.
I know.
Mine is Barocco Peruvia wool. And I thought at first it would be one of those because certain yarns bother me more than others, like the alpaca apparently.
I know,
Sorry,
man.
I'm sniffling now.
Whoops.
But this one's not bothering me. It's just it's gonna be one of those mindless knits that I'll pick up when I wanna mindless. Right now I have some things I gotta work on, like the socks. I want to get those done and get those out. Should be no reason why they actually shouldn't be done by next week. Actually, in all honesty, it may be the last time you see them.
Yeah, because you might
Because I'm working again tomorrow night and Friday night.
You'll probably finish them up.
And I plan on finishing those up. So I'm going to just say this is probably going to be the last time you see these.
And take a good look. This is it.
It will not go with the safety pin.
No. Oh, good.
No. But yeah, those will probably be. So this didn't get much love. And my hands on deck top down mitten, I don't think got any love either. I didn't knit as much as I thought I would on the bus. We'll talk about that, but the bus ride to Rhinebeck was very...
Yeah, I got really car sick in the morning.
I knit more coming back. In the morning, not so much. And then, I didn't knit as much as I thought I would for a knitting weekend away.
I know. It was tiring, kind of. Like, we were busy.
I know.
That's fun, though.
So, the hands on deck, I can show it to you because I've gotten some comments on the pattern.
Something just whipped to the floor. I don't know what that was.
Nothing too, well. So, it's...
Something else just whipped to the floor.
I'm just a mess over here, I'm sorry. So it's the hands on deck top down mitten pattern. by Rachel of Diabolical Yarns. I'm doing a slip stitch pattern based on the Harvest Dew socks that I mentioned last week, and I'm doing it basically a toe-up sock. So it's a top-down mitten by Rachel from Diabolical Yarns. I believe it's also it's on US2 needles, which I think are 2.75.
Yes.
Okay, I knew there's a 2.75 somewhere. Using the Harvest Dew stitch pattern, which is free. I'm just doing it toe up basically. So yeah, that's it. I think that's it.
That's it for you?
I think so. I hope so, because I'm confused.
Well, as for me, I'll start off with the project everyone's seen before, the Flowers to Hexagon blanket by Jessie Rayott. I got a little more done on it. I try to do a few hexagons a week. So I'm still using the USD US3 hook and fingering weight yarn scraps, and I'll talk a little bit about this at Baubles and Bling, but a wonderful viewer donated all of her yarn scraps to me, so I have a ton of new colors I'm really excited about.
Colors.
Yeah, so I'll show you those later, but yeah, basically I just did a few more. This is one of the new ones. Looks like a pansy.
I thought you already showed. No.
That was on the bus. I knit this on the bus to Rhinebeck.
This I think is new too.
This is new. And some of the sock weight yarn that my lovely donor gave to me is a little bit heavier than fingering weight. But I found that if I adjust the hexagon a little bit, I can make them work out to be the same size, which is something I love about crochet. And I'll try to find one that I did that I had to adjust so that you can see what I mean.
That one you didn't?
No, this one I did.
Oh.
The flower came out really big, can you see?
Yeah.
So I only did one ring of crochet around it. So that made me think, well, gee, maybe I could find a couple of other hexagons to crochet. So I found motif number 1, Round to It by Julie Yeager, which is free on Ravelry.
Oh, that's
it's
pretty.
just a plain bullseye. And some other patterns that I'm working from, in case you're interested, are the Hex Scrap Afghan by Laurel Ward, Grandmother's Flower Afghan by Bella Scharf, and Juggling Hexes Pattern by Wendy Harbaugh, and the Crochet Hexagon Blanket by Craig Rosenfeld. They're all free patterns. And don't let me forget to write them down. They're not in my show notes. Not going to be in my show notes. Don't let me forget. So I'm going to be incorporating some of those. You know, I'm going to find one that works well with this heavier weight of yarn because it really throws off the whole look of the thing. If one of the hexagons is too big, it like bubbles up. So
yeah.
I need to keep an eye on that. But loving it. I love having all the new yarn. It's like making it fun again. So yeah, enjoying that. Flower to Hexagon, free pattern on Ravelry.
I don't think you ever weren't having fun with it.
No, I know, but now I'm even having more fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's going to be as big as a bedspread at this point. Wait till you see the scrap. I'll show you the stuff later, but wait till you see it. The next thing I'm doing, I told you last week that on my future dates I had a fingerless mitt planned, and I went with the Seeta, S-E-E-T-A, fingerless glove pattern by Maria Scheherazade. And I'm using a US2 2.75 millimeter needle, which is why I knew what a US2 was.
Okay.
And I'm working it out of my Miss Babs hand spun from her BFL that I did, the red hand spun. This is my first hand spun yarn, like full skein.
She used the Ashford wheel. Right?
I used Sheila's Ashford Traddy for it, and so this is the. I'm up to the thumb, up to separating for the thumb.
Cool.
Isn't that pretty?
I like the color.
I know. So that's the. It's. I love it. It's. You can really tell that there's the hand spun. It's a little thick and thin because this is the first stuff that I ever spun. But just feel how squishy it is. It's unbelievable. I'm like, wow.
I like your stitch marker.
Oh yeah, my bunny. Isn't that soft?
That looks awesome.
I know. I'm impressed with myself.
You should be.
That's the yarn. Try to get it.
Oh, nice.
Isn't it? So, yeah, it's looking really good.
It's backwards. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because I did this. That's not supposed to be
That's
on the
not supposed to be. I did a few modifications. First of all, the pattern was allegedly written for someone with 10-centimeter wrists, which is really small. So I added a few stitches to it. I wrote it in my pattern notes. I think I added 4 stitches to it. And I made the pattern go all the way around the wrist, but I stopped at the bottom of the hand. I began my thumb gusset decreases per the instructions.
Increases?
Yes, the increases per the instructions, but then I kept knitting long afterwards because I wanted it to be, I want to detach the thumb up here.
What you're saying.
If I had followed the instructions, it would have looked like this. And then, do you see what I mean? It's not attractive. Then this would be partially on the palm.
Oh,
and I wanted it to work like this. I have to knit a few more rounds and then I'm going to detach for the thumbs. And then I have a nice long cuff. So I'm pretty close to being done with this one. I'll probably have at least one of these finished by next week, as long as I don't get sidetracked by the million other projects I have on the needles right now.
Or want to have on the needles.
Yeah, well, I'm going to stop right there. So that's free pattern on Ravelry. And it's based on the stitch from the Leybourne sock, if you've ever done the Leybourne sock. And I enjoy that. It's a really easy pattern. It was easy to modify. And if you're interested in reading about my modifications, Sheila will link you to my project page. It's
yes.
on there. The next thing that I'm doing, when we were at Webb's, the Friday before Rhinebeck, I bought a skein yarn because I forgot my hat.
And for some reason, she was so sure she was going to need a hat.
I was sure I was going to need a hat. So I bought, and I can't even remember what this yarn is because I took it apart at the hotel and I threw the label away. But it's like, I think it's Misty Alpaca.
I think it is Misty Alpaca.
Bulky or chunky, and it's in some kind of a purple color. So I started out knitting one hat. I didn't like the stitch pattern. I put another hat on the needles, and then I realized that I didn't like the way that it looked. So then I came up with a third hat that I was just knitting a ribbed hat. And then I ended up saying, I'm never going to finish this, so I didn't work on it anymore. When I got home, I looked for a new pattern, and I saw one that I thought was really cute. There is a cowl called Unpurled Cables by Susan Marie Rink. Try to get that up there. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. And basically she does cables, but there's no purl row in between to separate them, so it kind of gives a really wavy texture. And another Ravelry member, Jen Johnson, did the Unpurled Cables hat that is based on the pattern, and that you need to use both patterns to knit it. So I was like, that looks cute. And I knit the entire hat yesterday, and my decreases didn't line up. I'm really anal about my decreases and the way they look, and I thought I had done it wrong the first time, and maybe I'm still misreading the pattern. I don't know. If anybody's ever knit this, let me know, because they just looked crazy. The decreases did not look good to me. So I finally ended up ripping the whole thing out, and I am designing my own hat with unpurled cables. You can there's my little bunny. I love him. Go on. You can kind of see them. There's no pearls between them. And they're kind of going to go in a spiral up. It's kind of cute. I like it. And yeah, this is totally, I am using one of the stitches in the original pattern, but pretty much I'm making this whole thing up. So I will write it up as another unpurled cable hat pattern, and I'll put it up free on Ravelry when I'm done. But it's going really fast. And I was really worried that I wouldn't have a finished project for today, so I was speeding with this, and then I realized, oh, I have a finished project. So yeah, that's why that was kind of sad. But this has been like 5 different hats, and this is the last one. So hopefully next week.
The yarn's holding up, though.
Oh, I know. Like, unbelievably. This is very nice yarn, considering I've ripped it back so many times. It's so soft. And it was from the discount, the warehouse at Webb's, so it was cheap. So there's that. I already showed you the simple ribbed cowl from the Green Mountain yarn that Melissa gave us. And the last thing that I have, and think I bothered to even bring it with me, is the Salbuvat or Not
Oh, that's right.
mittens with the seahorse, which I am putting on hold until we do our mitten knit along. So I didn't bother to bring them. They haven't been knit on. Those are the ones that I'm knitting out of County Effect Garn in the rainbow colorway, or the EQ colorway, if you know that, on US 2 needles. So that's it for me. I have all those things on the needles, and doing a lot of small projects, mostly in reaction to having done a really big project for the last month or so.
Rate your dates. I've got nothing. I have a half of a pair of socks, and I already showed you. So. I was really hoping to get the other set done, but life gets in the way. Actually, until last night, I hadn't knit for 2 days.
Well, I didn't knit for the whole first day that we came back. I spun a little bit, but I didn't knit
Sunday. Yeah, no.
I was tired.
Spinning Monday and yesterday until I went to work. I didn't knit at all.
No, that was a busy weekend. It was work. It was fun, but there was a lot of work to it too. It was
just trying to organize and meet up and
it was crazy. I of course have finished Gawain.
For those of you who are not at Rhinebeck.
Yes, it's hard to see it. Oh, there, you can kind of see the cables.
Our lighting isn't the best.
No, but yes, this is it. Here's the side.
It looks different than the last time because she ripped it out.
I ripped it out 4 times. Nice, so this is Gawain by Alison Greenwell, $7 on Ravelry. The only part of Alison's pattern that I actually used was the cable and the design concept. I did the seed stitch body and the shoulder strap shoulders and the little stand-up collar, but I did everything knit in the round. I used Isolde Teague's formulas and charts from Little Red in the City, her most recent book, in order to custom fit it to me. And I used Elizabeth Zimmerman's Knitting Without Tears formula to knit the shoulder straps, which were formed by decreases and short rows. Mm-hmm. You decrease in the yoke, and then you do short rows to attach across the top. And it took me 4 times of ripping out to get the decreases so they didn't look holy.
But they look gorgeous.
They came out great now, and I'm excited. So I love it. This is Dreaming Color in the Dusky Aurora colorway, the Classy weight, which is their worsted Aran weight. It's kind of in between. I wish you could see the true color of this. It's like peacock. It's got navy blue and purple and some like forest greens and a little like bright blue that peeks out, and it's just gorgeous. One of my favorite colors. See if you can. Just this lighting does not do justice with it. A lot of people who had seen it on the blog and then saw it in person were saying that the color is way different than what you would expect.
Yeah.
But it came out great. It was worth all of the swatching and
aggravation
and blocking it in the middle of the project. That was all worth it because it came out perfect. I love the fit of it. It's just a short. It's not too long and draggy.
No, it's a good length.
It's a good length. It fits well in the armpits. I mean, it's just it's perfect. It's like my sweater, and I'm so happy about it. So, and I'm also really happy that it's done. I need to work on short projects for a while, and I need to knit without a deadline for a while, because I was seriously, the last week or so that I was working on this, it was making me stressed out. Like, it was stressing me out. The good news, this is the first sweater that I've had in 3 Rhinebecks that was fully completed and worn on the day. The first year, not complete at all. The second year, completed but not sewn together right, and all the ends were hanging out. This year, completely done, dried on my body, done at Rhinebeck. So at least I finally had a completed Rhinebeck sweater. I would recommend this pattern to anyone if you don't mind knitting it in pieces. I did detail all of the modifications that I did on my pattern page,
which I link every.
And I am gonna also. I ran into Alison Greenwell, the designer at Ravelry at Rhinebeck, and showed her my finished project, and I said I would send her my notes in case she wants to use them. I know she was at one time working on a one-piece pattern for this. I don't think it's been hibernating for a while. I don't know if she's still interested in doing it, but I'm going to send her that stuff in case she wants to use it, and anyone can look at it. I didn't do a lot of detail on the sizing stuff, the shaping stuff, except for general, because I'm the only person shaped like me, so...
Well, yeah, and you don't want to go away from the book that you based it on anyway.
Well, I mean, my numbers have nothing to do with her numbers, really. Sure. I rewrote, but the only thing I did...
I meant Little Red.
Oh, Little Red. Yeah. I mean, if you read that book, it tells you how to figure out all your numbers, and I highly recommend it. I met Isolde Teague, too, which was awesome, and I showed her the sweater. So that was kind of like a big day for me and the Gawain sweater. So anyway, yeah, I'd give this project 2 thumbs up. And I really kind of liked the whole set-in shoulder thing, now that I know how to do it a really good way.
Make it look...
Of course, it only looks good like this if you're doing it in seed stitch. The seed stitch made everything very complicated.
Okay.
If it had been knit in
regular
stockinette, the way that Elizabeth Zimmerman tells you to do it would look nice, because you would have this nice edge.
Right.
I couldn't have the nice edge in seed stitch, because then it just looked like seed stitch and then this like random line of knit stitches up the front, kind of like a backwards seam.
Right.
So, yeah, I had to fiddle to try to get this to work out.
Oh, you did the faux seam on the sleeves?
I did the faux seam on the sleeves. It's hard to see.
No.
Where is it?
I don't know. So faux, you can't even see it.
There you go.
Oh.
I did the faux seam on the sides and the sleeves to hide the increases and decreases. And I had to mess around to figure out a way to do the increases and decreases on the sides so they didn't like totally stand out with a line. And then I had to find a way to do wraps that didn't. It was a whole thing. It's all in my notes. So yeah, but I would highly recommend this pattern. It's a really pretty sweater, and I'm really happy with it.
And you met someone else who did the sweater, correct?
I know I did. I met someone wearing a Gawain, and someone who knit a Gawain. I met a lot of people because of this sweater. So yep, 2 thumbs up. That's Rate My Date.
Yay!
Yay!
On to future dates. I just have one, and it kind of coincides with the Bobble and Bling. So, on the bus of Rhinebeck and walking around, you kind of get the high of, I must knit sweater, must knit sweater. So I know I've said it before.
I'm still just like, I'll believe it when I see it actually on the needles.
I went to A.C. Moore and bought this, which is Patent Shetland Chunky. It is a charcoal gray, soft and squishy. It's 75% acrylic, 25% wool. Because I am going to cast on after I finish my shawl test knit for a hoodie for Max, based on the Sweater Workshop book numbers.
That's good.
And if I can't figure it out by those numbers, there's always the little wallaby.
Well,
which is a paper pattern, but
she has done a baby sweater. Now she's moving up.
I did a toddler.
She did a toddler. Now she's moving up to child, and I am sure by next year she will move up to a full-on adult sweater.
Yes, I will. And we've already been looking at the tea leaf cardigan. I've already looked at it last night.
That's a good beginner sweater.
Diane said that would be a good one.
It is a good beginner sweater.
I was actually looking to see if people had done it in bulky, and the reason why most people don't is because of the ruching on the front.
It would be crazy.
Yeah.
Bulky. Yeah.
But I think that would be a Patton's wool type of sweater, because I really do like this Patton's wool, and it's an expensive, good wool.
Yeah.
So
serviceable and good.
That's my next thing after all this finished
Yay.
stuff is. And I enjoy doing the test knit, and if for some reason Sarah Barber's watching, this has nothing to do with you. I was regretting to sign up the test knit only because I wanted to cast on this. It has nothing to do with the pattern, but I have committed myself to the test knit.
As I revealed to many people that we met, if you ever want a test knit done, just ask her, because she can't say no. She's a test knit addict.
Yeah.
The first step is admitting that you have a problem.
But usually what I do is around this time of year, I step away so that I can do the stuff that I really need to do, like,
Christmas
teacher gifts.
yeah.
So,
alrighty.
that's on my future dates.
All right. I don't have any future dates.
And then from there, we go into crushes and heartbreaks, or as I wrote on my notes, Rhinebeck.
Yeah. Our crush was really all the awesome people we met at Rhinebeck. People that watched the show. People that were vending there.
People that we watched.
That was really awesome.
And guess what we got right before we were leaving?
Literally. We walked out the door and the truck drove up, the FedEx truck. Yay!
That one hurt 2 buttons.
I will be giving these out to anyone that meets me at Stitches on Saturday. We gave them out at Rhinebeck. It was awesome.
Yes. And you remember the people with the sparkly hats? Megan, Nutmeg Megan, is actually Plurk friends with us.
Oh yeah, cool.
And she posted something, or I went looking at her, and or she became friends with us. That might have been what it was. And she has on her blog, it's just a written blog, you know, the old-fashioned blogs.
In the olden days.
Yeah, and it shows a picture of her and her little guy with the hat. Remember the baby?
The baby hat, yeah.
So if you haven't seen our video of Rhinebeck, Nutmeg Megan or Nutmeg, I'm not exactly sure. She's in there. They all had these sparkly hats, and she had her baby with her, and he had a little, or he. I think it's a he. He had a little sparkly hat too. It was very cute. It was very cute. They were awesome. So, I wrote down, I want to just say hi to Susan Q Knits.
We had a knit night with her.
We had a little knit night at the hotel, and she was on the Webb's bus with us.
And she had conveniently printed out the names of all the vendors so that we could preview them, which was awesome.
And she also gave us yarn.
Yes, which we will talk about in Bubbles and Bling.
And I want to say hi to Lisa at Webb's. She came up to us and also gave us yarn.
Awesome.
Want to say hello to Kay Willow, who we met.
And she gave us something too.
Yeah, which if you guys saw the video,
you would not have seen it in the video, in the Rhinebeck video.
See it in the video. You hold it up after she gives it to us.
Oh.
You didn't even watch your own video.
I did. I just forgot that section was in there.
Deb Knits.
Deb Knits 2.
Deb Knits 2.
Don't forget the 2.
Deb Knits was also a test pattern for Lisa Fiber Nymph 90% knitting of the shawl. You can't see it because the light's hitting it. There we go. Turtle Pearl girl. Vivian, we talked to. We missed her at the podcaster meetup because, that's another story.
Yeah. That's
but we did catch up with her around the barns. Melissa and Sean from His and Hers. We ran into them.
And MJ. Hi, MJ.
Also known as Micro Knitter on Plurk. I'm not sure if she's Micro Knitter on
Ravelry.
I think she might just be my MJ Knitter on Ravelry, but I'm not 100% sure. Hi, MJ. It was great meeting you guys. It was really good. And, of course, we met JD from Round the Twist.
No, Twisted Strands.
Sorry. Karen from Round the Twist. JD from Twisted Strands. Lisa,
90%
knitting.
And
knitting. And Linzim from the Denver Oyster.
Yes, she was the Make-A-Wish lady
that we were talking about.
And she is awesome.
She is awesome. So
she's full of awesome. Everybody was full of awesome. And we met Swedish Rose.
Yes, I'm sorry, Bijan.
Who is super, super tall.
Bijan. Rosemary is her name.
Rosemary Ronson.
Swedish Rose.
Swedish Rose on Plurk and Rab. She was awesome and super tall.
I tried to write down everybody's name, and I apologize if you met or talked to me, and I did not write down your name.
Me too. I can't remember all. We met so many people.
Wendy probably talked to a few more people because, as Wendy saw, I turned into wicked shy mode. I'm sorry.
She's really shy. I had to be all the talking.
I am really shy. You may ask, how can I be? Well, because when I'm recording to myself.
And me. She's used to me.
Yeah, so.
It's like talking to yourself.
So if I back away, I apologize. It has nothing to do with you. It's everything to do with I am super really shy.
I have never seen her shut down as much as she did at certain points.
I did.
She did. She was like.
Oh my God. I became a fangirl, and it just.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I felt shy. I fangirled on Isolde Teague.
Yeah, but see, you're a lawyer,
Well, I just made myself go talk to
Yeah, it's very hard for me to do.
Because it was Isolde Teague, and she wrote that book that I used, and I needed to tell her that. I'm sure she was like, scary stuff.
No.
She was super sweet, though.
Yeah, she was.
So yeah,
Those are
about
all
the
the people we met.
podcaster meetup, I have to rant about this. We were invited to join in on this.
We did not organize.
We didn't organize it. We were invited to attend.
We stressed that. Sorry.
Yes, I'm stressing that because the directions on where the meetup was going to be was across from Building G, next to the big pretty tree. I want to tell you, number one, even though there are a million maps that you can look at of the fairgrounds that show you where Building G is, it does not actually say G on the building.
No.
So we were, and all we knew was that Building G was next to the Nursing Mother's Station. We couldn't find the Nursing Mother's Station.
Nothing ever stated Nursing Mother's Station.
There was no signage. It was like the state police building, which I think was Building G, but not that we would know this because there was no sign for it.
Okay. Here's the map. Okay, you can see.
Here's
This Building G.
right there.
Somewhere there's supposed to be a big tree. There's a lot of big trees.
There's like
it's upstate New York.
Big trees. They're all pretty. I'm here to tell you. Now I have to show you on the map. This is where the Ravelry meetup is every year in this little strip right here. That's where the podcasters meetup was.
Not really across from Building G.
Well, I mean,
it is in a roundabout way.
I mean, it's pretty far across. I mean, it's not where you would think across from Building G would be. We wandered around for, I have to say, 20 minutes trying to find it. It was very frustrating.
Yeah.
Finally, Sheila saw people that she recognized over at the Ravelry meetup, and we went over there, and that turned out to be the podcasters meetup as well.
So we'd like to apologize.
If anyone tried to find the podcasters meetup to see anybody and you couldn't find it, we feel your pain. We were invited to attend it and we couldn't find it. And in fact, Vivian couldn't find it. I felt so bad for her. So I'm really sorry if you wanted to be there and you couldn't find it. But a big tree, that just... big tree. You have to see it. There's a million big trees. They're all big. They're all big, and they're all orange.
Or half of them, anyways, because they seem to have been losing their leaves.
But, yeah, it was very frustrating. So, I'm sorry if you didn't make it to that event. It was super fun. And, I mean, fun for us, because we got to meet people that we watch on podcasts, and it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
And that's where I met Isolde T.
And then, we didn't stay long, because, we were hungry.
Yeah, I was going to pass out if I didn't eat.
And actually, it was a good thing that we didn't because it ended up opening up, too, the sky.
Oh, yeah. Right after we bought food, there was a downpour.
Yeah.
So
on to...
That was our crush. Thank you, everybody that we met. It was fun to meet you.
It was fun. On to Baubles and Bling?
Yes.
Okay, so, purchases at Rhinebeck. Actually,
we did not purchase a lot. Between the two of us, we were pretty good.
Not do Rhinebeck right now.
Okay.
Just because this is separate from Rhinebeck. Let's get this out of the way.
All right.
So I am in the Monster Swap. Sue, Queen of Chaos, sent me this from Canada, Ontario. This is my little monster. It's based off of... Oh, she told me who it was based off of from the Rebecca Danger monster, and I can't remember.
Anyway,
she sent this. She named him Max, and I sent a message. I said, I don't know if you know this, but I have a son named Max. And she goes, I didn't. So it was kind of funny. It's based off of one of Rebecca Danger's patterns. She made a tail.
Well, that's cute.
Isn't that adorable?
Yes.
I don't know how people do these curly, cute tails, but they're adorable.
Is it crocheted or knit?
No, it's knit.
Oh, because crocheting, it's pretty easy to do a curly
sure. No, maybe it's not. I don't know. I have no clue.
You know what? It's crocheted.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay. So, butt shot. The little leggies.
Belly button.
Oh, yeah. Didn't notice that.
Little purple belly button.
And the mouth, which I love. She just knit a mouth and then sewed it on with making the teeth, and I think that's great. Little googly eyes.
Did she knit?
Yep. She did not knit the sweater. She atones to that it came from a little doll store. Because of this, but she could have made the sweater for all I would have known.
That's super cute.
And then she gave me some yarn to go with it. She gave me candy too, which my kids have been eating. So she gave me some I Paint You Knit hand painted originals.
That's pretty.
It's DK weight superwash wool and bright oranges, blues,
Reds.
clown
colors.
Yeah.
Pretty rainbow. Bright rainbow.
Bright rainbow. Yeah, that's good. And I think it might be the same yarn that she used to knit with us. It kind of looks at. But I love it. My kids already love it, and Zachary's already taken it to bed.
Yes, he slept with it.
Yes, I had to go get it from his room. But thank you, Susan.
Awesome.
I really enjoyed it, and I love doing these types of swaps because they're fun.
Yeah, she's a big... Another thing she can't say no to.
Well, no.
Swap.
No, that's not true because swaps do cost money. So I don't say yes to swaps too often. I haven't done another swap since the last monster, which was about 6+ months ago. I've actually missed a couple. But thank you. So that's my baubles and bling that's non-Rhinebeck related.
And here's my non-Rhinebeck baubles and bling, and Sheila has some too. I got a message from a fan who wanted to donate to me. She didn't want me to waste buying more sock skeins. She had what she described as 2 pounds of sock odds and ends.
And she wasn't lying.
That were kicking around in her closet that she kept moving back and forth, and she wondered, did I want them? And
certainly weren't going to say no.
And she prefers to remain anonymous, so I'm not going to mention her name, but you know who you are. She sent me, a huge bag of sock odds and ends. This is just some of them. You can see them all in here. Gorgeous colors. That's one. Here's a little bit more in with my skeins. Here's another one.
Oh, this is pretty. This greenish.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
Some really pretty colors.
And I have another, like, at least
Oh,
this much at home that is bigger things. I brought these to Rhinebeck with me so I could work on the blanket. I didn't bring it. But it's like, I think she was right. I think it was about 2 pounds of sock yarn, odds and ends. And I love it. It's just really, it's going to make knitting this so much more exciting because now I have a ton more colors and
exactly more variations.
More variations, and I'm kind of excited that I'm going to have to adjust and do some that are like oddball because that kind of makes it fun too, because they don't all have to be flowered. That'll be fun. So you know who you are. That was the sweetest thing. Thank you, and I want to say Sheila got something from her too.
This person also donated something that I could use for Rhinebeck, and I thank you very much.
A special treat for Rhinebeck.
And I did use it, and you'll see what I used it for. So she sent, oh, that's something else.
I gave you that.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what is this? That's nothing. So she sent me, we made new business cards.
Yeah, but they printed out wonky.
Well, it could have been me. Oh, I was going to say it could have been me cutting them, but I didn't cut them.
They printed out.
So this is a selection because I went through. She gave me a ton of yarn, not scraps, full skeins of yarn.
Like unused yarn.
And I went through it and kept what I knew I would use. And some of the other stuff, which were very nice, just wasn't my color scheme at the moment.
So we're going to use that
for some prizes.
So
I just... I say for the moment because, everybody flies by the seat of their pants. So, one of the first things that I got was a Socks That Rock lightweight, and this happens to be in the Dragon Dance colorway, which is absolutely gorgeous.
She loves it.
She loves Socks That Rock. Even though I've really never knit with it, I love it all the same.
It's pretty.
And this is, it's going to be interesting to see how this will come up, and I like it. And Dragon Dance I kind of like because my son is a dragon in the Chinese zodiac, and dragons for Chinese zodiac is very prestigious and highly Chinese.
Yeah, so
I'm
really
married to a Chinese guy,
really special to you.
It is really special to me.
And what a nice gift.
Very nice gift, and I don't even know who this person is because she asked
to be anonymous.
Anonymous. So I got some really nice, funky color chewy spaghetti, which is yarn that I've always wanted to try. It's 100 superwash merino wool in what colorway? Festive colorway.
It is festive.
Pinks, greens,
turquoise. It's gorgeous.
Some slight purples that match your cowl.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
Like
This is, I'd say, a light fingering weight.
It's pretty.
I see lots of socks in my future, which is fine.
Or shawls.
You
could do a shawl with the Dragon Dance.
Oh, I don't know if I could do that. Lorna's Laces, which is what I'm using right now for my top-down mittens. I'm using the sport. This is shepherd's sock. I don't think it's sport. No, 7 stitches to 1 inch. No,
that's.
And this is called Bittersweet, which is right now. This is more. I tend to go for the brights.
Yeah, she loves those.
This is gorgeous. I'm not sure if these will be socks or mittens or
Something
something.
beautiful.
This is absolutely gorgeous. And then the other things that I kept, this I could see as mittens, is another Lorna's lace. It's shepherd sock in the pinstripe.
It's gray and
Very
light gray and dark
manly,
gray.
and they could become socks for my son, mittens for somebody. I'm not sure. I've been into grays lately too. I've been looking at grays a lot lately. So
But this was super nice.
it was very nice. It was very thoughtful of you. Thank
Yes,
you very,
when
very
I got
much.
the PM about this little surprise, I was, it really almost brought me to tears. And I just want to say for the record, knitters are amongst the nicest people, the nicest group of people I've ever
They're
met.
the most charitable, I'd say.
Yeah, I think so.
Between certain charity events and giving to people who don't have things.
Or just, doing cheer-ups, and
Yeah.
I really think...
Well, that's why I think, let's face it, if you're working hours and hours on something like this and you give it away, you have to be a charitable person.
Yes. Hey, I make
Teasing.
stuff for my mom.
I know. I'm only teasing. This goes back to the process and project knitter.
I would not work hard on something like that. I do crocheted shawls for the elderly every Christmas. My mom and I do.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Out of acrylic,
Oh, yeah.
But I do those because they're fast. So they don't cut into my knitting time. I'm a very selfish knitter.
That's fine.
I give in other ways.
Yes, you do.
I do. So
that was a non-Ravel.
non-Rhinebeck bling. And then you have more non-Rhinebeck. Are we showing that?
Well, that's kind of considered Rhinebeck.
I guess.
I don't have. You have that. That's part of the prize.
I have some of it, but you have some of it.
So Susan, and I don't think I have it all now that I think about it because I'm missing a bag. Susan Q Knit, we met at Webb's, and she gave me 2 skeins of Araucania worsted in a pink colorway, but it's semi-solids.
Yeah.
And she did a shawl. So if you go to Susan Q Knits, she did her traveling woman shawl in the same yarn.
And it's gorgeous.
She gave it to me because she bought a sweater's worth and just wasn't going to knit a sweater. So she gave me 2
It's never going to
skeins.
happen.
And a bag, a beautiful butterfly bag. I think it's in my travel bag still, and I haven't unpacked it.
Either have I.
So bad. Which I think I know what I'm going to use the yarn for. I think I might use that for Stevens West Colonnade.
Oh, that'll be pretty.
And then also she gave some cotton yarn.
And got a lot of cotton. Lisa from
at
Webb's
also gave some cotton yarn and some other yarns that we put into the prize
pile.
So some nice Tofootsie sock that is in timeout right now, just to be on the safe side. It's kind of glary, I'm sorry. So it's the Tofootsie's, it is just Tofootsie's, right?
Yeah, Tofootsie's.
It's by Southwest Trading Company. It's the one that's made from the shrimp and crab shells. It's naturally antibacterial. This was big 3 years ago.
Yeah, I remember when it came out.
And, oh no, I'm sorry. I do have my
Oh, yeah.
yarn. So this
at
is
the
the
pretty
bag that
project
Susan
bag.
gave me. It's beautiful butterflies, very oriental style looking. It's beautiful. I love project bags. It's got some pockets inside too. She had these made with her own fabric by KIP Bags.
By Ruddog or Rudog.
Ruddawg, Rudog. And I guess what you do is you send the material and the person makes the bags for you.
They're very nice
Susan
bags.
had this, and this is the Araucania.
Pretty.
It's very pretty. It's reds and some purples and a touch of browns, maybe.
Gorgeous.
So I think that's going to be my colonnade to go into the pile.
I have a pile now.
I want to explain and talk about this pile later someday.
In another show, because we have so much today that I don't even know if we're going to make it.
Okay, so this yarn is from Susan. It's a bunch of cotton yarn.
Cotton. Peaches and cream.
Peaches and cream cotton for dishcloths. What were you gonna?
I was gonna use some for a bib.
A bib.
Baby
There's some
bib.
really nice colors. I may use, depending on what I can find, for part of a baby blanket. I'm not sure. Depending on whether I find out girl or boy. So this was all given to us by Susan.
Well, given to Sheila, but Sheila might
Wow.
give me some.
And I wonder how old this Fabric Place bag is. Susan, if you're watching me, is this an old Fabric Place bag or is this from the new one? Even though it's got the old stores. I'm kind of curious.
I know. Is that opened yet?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is. I gotta
Yeah,
go
she
there.
went. She went there. She goes. They didn't have much yarn yet, type of deal. They had some fabric, but
And then Lisa.
Well,
Hi,
I'm not.
Lisa.
Did Lisa give us these?
Let me see.
I'm not sure. This is.
It's hard for us to remember now.
Susan gave us some cicada. I don't know if this is all from her.
I
or
think it
some
is all.
from
All the
Lisa.
cicadas from Susan, I think.
I think it is. So I'm keeping this because I like cicada, and it's also, again, it's a good workhorse yarn for kids. And one of my first Magic Loop socks is on cicada, and that was 4 or plus years ago, and that's one of the socks I've yet to have to
Darn.
darn.
That's awesome.
So,
And then
and then Lisa from Webs gave me more cotton yarn and some nice bright Christmas colors. And these are...
if you're a teacher of her children, look away.
Yeah, you're not going to be watching this. These are all 73 yards of Christmas colors. Then I have some blue.
Blue and green and white. Pretty.
And then I have 2 of these, which is very pretty.
I love those.
Those are pretty. And then I just have a bunch of off-white and white. So Lisa and Susan, thank you very much.
That was awesome.
And the anonymous person, again, thank you very much.
What a ton of yarn. Sheila didn't even need to buy anything
Which-
at Rhinebeck.
You'll see
She
what
got
I buy,
so
why
much.
I didn't.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I got a lot. So that's all the most of the non.
Yeah, we'll show you the
Rhinebeck
prizes at the very end.
So on to Rhinebeck.
Okay, I'm going to go because I haven't talked in a
All
minute.
right.
I'll give you a
That's fine.
chance to get your stuff organized.
Oh, please, there is no organization.
So this
here.
year going to Rhinebeck, I knew that I wasn't, I'm just, for comparison's sake, I spent over $700 the first year that I went to Rhinebeck.
And I was
I'm not
afraid.
lying. I bought $500 with me and I spent another $2 on my credit card. It was crazy. Yeah, I was out of control. That was my first Rhinebeck. Last year I spent just over $200. This year I spent on myself just over $100. And our big reason is because mostly I bought fiber. I didn't buy any yarn
Which
this
is
year.
less expensive.
It
than
is
yarn.
less expensive. So this is organic merino. It's so soft. From
Badass.
Spirit Trail Fiber Works.
That's really
It
nice.
feels like Angora. It's so soft. It's undyed, white, off-white, organic merino from France. I told my husband, it smells like Paris, and he was like, and I'm like, I'm joking. It smells like wool. It's just plain merino though, but it is the softest merino wool fiber that I've ever felt. And once I touched it, Jen at Spirit Trail Fiberworks, I was compelled to come back and buy some. So that was fun because when I went back to the booth, that's when I met Allison Greenwell, and then I saw Ann Hansen again, and everyone who knows me knows that I'm a hugest fangirl of Ann Hansen, who is just amazing. So that was awesome. Then I went to Spinner's Hill, and I bought the Muppet bag. I was joking around that this looks like Cookie Monster and Zoe from the Muppets. It didn't come this way. I bought 2 different fibers, but they put them in the same bag, and then I felt kind of embarrassed, like people would think that I was buying pink and blue. This is their wool mix. It has Rambouillet and a bunch of stuff. It's bats. This one, it's hard to tell, but it has hot pink, hot orange, and a little bit of yellow. And I think it's going to spin up to be really pretty.
Yeah, it
It'll
looks
mute
like
down.
flames.
And then this one has blues, turquoise, purple, and I think that'll be really pretty too. I got 9 ounces of the organic merino, and I got 4 ounces each of the Spinner's Hill bats. And you buy, what you do is you take this giant garbage bag size bag up to the counter and they weigh out however much you want. Our friend Diane and Oz bought 2 pounds of fiber because she's going to spin for a sweater. And it's just like this giant bag.
Yeah, gorgeous.
And then last but not least, I went to my favorite, my new favorite dyer, Into the World. And I got this Targhee comb top, 4 ounces.
We saw her and went into her booth when we went to the Mass Sheep and Wool, and we actually interviewed her.
Yeah, she was interviewed last time, and she's sweet. I love her. And here's a close-up look. It's beach colors. It's called the Maestro colorway, but to me it looks like the beach in the Outer Banks on a stormy day.
Very pretty.
I love it. It's gorgeous, and I think I'm going to like spinning Targhee. I almost bought a wheel, but they didn't have the one that I wanted to buy in stock. So, and I'm kind of glad now that I didn't, because we are, for me, kind of needing to be on a budget right now, and I just hate to spend on myself when Christmas is coming up, and I know my husband's going to get his bonus in March. So I'm going to try to hold out until March before I get that wheel, even though my husband said I could buy it on Friday, and I almost did.
If they had it in stock.
If they had it in stock, it would have been mine. So the last thing that I bought is a Leslie Wind pin.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. No.
All right.
I've shown this business card before. Leslie Wind at www.lesliewind.com. I met her at the Fiber Frolic. No, Fiber, the Newburyport Fiber Festival. Okay. I can't remember what it was called. I wish I could show you this pin, but my mom asked, I made a shawl for my mom, the Jane Eyre shawl, and my mom asked for a pin. It came in this nice little bag. So I want to surprise her, so I can't show it to you, which is kind of lame. But I picked it up at the Tsarina of Socks, Lisa Grossman. She had a booth there, and she had all of her awesome sock kits, which are just crazy mad amazing. And she was there with Moose Manor Hand Paints, who had a lot of her wool there. And she gave me, Socks Arena, I mean, gave me a sample of her new yarn. She has her own yarn line now. So yeah, I'm excited to feel that. I haven't looked at it yet.
Can I open it?
Yeah, go ahead. So that's all I bought. I did also get a free Notions bag from Jessalou Bags. She was giving them out to the first few people that she ran into. Sheila got one too. Mine is gnomes. It matches my gnome bag.
Yeah. I was told that you had to reach your hand in and randomly grab a bag.
That's right.
Unfortunately,
that rule came into effect after like the
Wendy
2 people
and
before
Diane.
me and Diane were like digging through to find the ones that we like.
So this actually will work out well because my aunt loves hot air balloons, so this will be a nice eye case.
Yes, it could be eyeglasses case would be perfect for her small Notions bag. It's super cute. And then I'll just show you, we got a goodie bag at Sean and Melissa's
meet and greet, which was at Into the World booth.
Yes, and we each got a candle, a Kringle candle.
Mine is beachside.
And mine's creme brulee. I love mine.
What's my yours?
It smells like food. It's good.
I like mine.
And we each got a Rain Lover Knits pattern, and Rain Lover has a podcast too. I'm sure everybody knows.
We each got the
Kristen Kapoor Clepsydra hat. I love Kristen Kapoor, one of my favorite ones. We also got a 10% discount code to Into the World
to use on their
on her website.
We also got stitch markers from Beagin. Or
Beagin.
Beagin. I'm not sure which people pronounce it differently.
Yes.
So we apologize, Swedish Rose, if we're pronouncing it wrong. So one of each of her sizes.
Yeah.
Here's her
They're
card.
very nice. And we had met her, so that was kind of cool.
Yep. I'm going to put it back in so we don't lose
That's mine. And then I bought some maple sugar candy. You can see I ate one already.
Yeah, I did, and mine is gone. got
I
some
think-
cotton candy too, and actually the kids are slowly chewing on it,
Oh, the goodie bag also had a Eucalyptus sample.
which is good because I want to try them.
And is that it?
I think so.
Pins from Sean and Melissa too, but we already had those from when Melissa came. Oh, and I didn't show you when we went on the Webb's bus. We got a little goodie bag from Webb's with a tape measure,
Some
candy, a Webb's button. I have a big collection of these Webb's tape measures because this is the 3rd year I've been on the
that's
bus. I find it really good. You know, my mom lost her tape measure, and I was like, I have one for you. You know, it's like a spare.
Yeah.
So that was fun. And then I did want to say, I spent a lot of time talking to Stephanie Talent, who is Steph Cat on Ravelry, and she is the proprietor of Sunset Cat Designs, www.sunsetcat.com. She is coming out with an ebook of patterns, and one of them is this gorgeous red sweater.
It's
Gorgeous.
a real book as well. She's going to publish it and an ebook.
Oh, it's both.
It's going to be both.
I am going to knit that sweater. I've been thinking about it ever since I saw it. I tried the floor sample on. It was gorgeous.
Fit her perfectly.
It was amazing. I cannot wait for this to come out. Steph Cat, get that thing out. I think it's coming out in November.
She does the side saddle.
She
but
does
it's
the
all
side
in round.
saddle.
Well, not in the round, obviously, because it's a cardigan.
It's a cardigan.
but-
She did the side saddle, and she's like, I came up with this way to do it by not hiding the wraps. And I was like, that's what I found out. We discovered the same way of doing them. So that was super fun. And she was in the same booth with somebody, Knit Brit, who is coming out with a book of socks for people with larger legs and feet.
Something called, what was it called? Feet for the large or something to that effect?
I can't remember. This is her business card. Knit Brit, I cannot find you on Ravelry. If you see this, will you please PM me, Penny Winnie, on Ravelry, because
Me
I
too.
want you to be in my friends.
Me too.
She
'cause I
has a
like knitting
website,
socks.
www.knitbrit, KNITBRIT.com, and her name is Andy Smith. Call me. PM me. Yeah, it was super fun to meet them. You know, I'm going to give you these because I didn't put them in my show notes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Right now, I'll throw 'em in this one.
So, is that all we have for... That's all we... No,
No,
you
that's
haven't done
all
yours.
you
That's all I
have.
bought. Sorry. I'm done. I'm like, whoa, 52, we got to go faster.
So, my goal was to buy a shawl pin, and unfortunately, I
She didn't
didn't
find
find one that I liked. Actually, I like the one that Wendy got, but
There was only one,
yeah, there was.
and my mom needed that pin.
Oh, needed.
My mom. It's
Uh-huh.
my mom.
You picked it up first, so I mean.
That's
How
the one I
goes.
wanted to get, though.
So I went to, the other thing I wanted to try and buy was Socks that Rock. So I went to the Fold booth and I bought, at one point I had like 3 or 4.
She came out of the booth, there was like an armload. I was
And then
like,
I
wow.
put it all back
She
because
did.
I'm so bad. Even when I had money to spend, I couldn't spend it. Because
Yeah.
it's just
was-
always in your mind.
She might need it
So
for
this
something
is a
else.
mill end. Because I go for the cheap. The mill ends are cheaper than the regular. So this has got some burgundy, wine, greens, and browns.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's very pretty.
It
Yeah,
called
that's a
to her.
pretty color right there. It did. But what called to me even more, and I regret this, I really, really do.
She was regretting it for like the next 2 days.
I've actually looked them up, and they're not easy to buy from.
Oh, they aren't.
No. It's Gypsy Girl Creations. It was at the Fold, so this isn't Socks at Rocks. Gypsy Girl Creations, they had transition socks in the Viola Bouquet. These socks comes in 2. And the only reason I bought this, because you wouldn't look at this saying, yeah, what's so
To
big
look
about
at it in
that?
the skein, you'd be like,
They have it knit up, which is the best selling point.
if you sell sock yarn that's variegated, knitting it up is the way to
Or
draw people
this
in.
is a gradation. So the way they knit it up, it started blue at the toe, went into the darker green,
It
into the lighter
slowly
green,
goes
up to the white. Oh
to
my
the white.
gosh, it
It's
was
gorgeous.
gorgeous. They
Yes.
had another one that was something Harbor, Destiny Harbor or something, that went from blue into like the turquoise of a Caribbean sea. And it didn't show the white. On the skein, there was a lot of white, but I think it was just that by the time they reached the white, the sock was done.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I really regret not buying more of these. These were
Yeah.
a little on the pricey side because you have to buy 2 of them. But so worth it. I think I haven't knit them yet.
Well, when you knit
But,
it, if you like it, you can buy more.
Oh, I know. It's a fingering weight, definitely. I thought it was thicker, but oh my gosh, these are gorgeous. I can't wait.
When I
to
saw
knit them up.
her showing me the skeins, I was thinking to myself, honestly, those are kind of ugly. But when I saw the sample, I was like, oh.
They had a lot of different colors, and I was torn with some.
If
but
I
this one,
knit socks more, I would have bought some too because it's awesome. So
it was.
check
It
check
really,
those
really
people out.
was. So that was my yarn purchase. I looked into glass needles. Didn't like them. They felt plastic to me. Some of the colors in my price point were just not grabbing my attention.
Yeah.
There were some in the higher price point that was just beyond me. I looked at signature needles. I can't, unless it's a piece of art, which I saw the glass art as being, I couldn't picture spending money.
Spending
No.
the money.
So what I did spend the money on is my own Golding.
Little Golding. She has been using
Kinda, sorta.
my Little Golding. Well,
Not as
she
much
had
as
my Little Golding.
I had hers, but I felt weird using it because it didn't seem like mine, and I didn't. Well,
Same color wood.
cherry, yep. I got the solid one because again, price point.
Better, slightly lower price.
Not by
point,
much,
so not by
but
much.
I have been spinning on this, and look how much I got.
I know, and look how much thinner you're spinning now.
I tell you, practicing every day.
See?
It's
You're really doing so much better. Look at that. That looks like real yarn.
I know. So you know who got interested in it?
Oh.
Max.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? How do you do that?
Well, did I tell you, Lily, I was spinning when I got home from Rhinebeck because I was in the spinning mode, and Lily asked if she could try the wheel, and she spun a little bit on my wheel.
So
She's
it's,
knitting now, too. I'm like, thank God.
well, it takes some time. But, so this is my other purchase, is Golding from, I didn't bring any of my stuff with me.
From
I
Golding.
apologize. But,
Golding spindles.
yeah, the cards are over there. But it will be linked. This is one of their cheaper.
Yes.
It's not a lot. It was $35. So, this and my yarn and stuff put me a little over 100. No, under 100. I apologize. Which was all my birthday money and other stuff that was given
Other
to me.
gift money that was given.
That was given to me, and then with food and stuff. So, thank you. But yeah, I'm
That's
excited about it. And Kim's like, my husband is like, "What's that? You're gonna spin your own stuff now?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, that must be cheaper though." And I'm like, "Actually,
It
is."
actually is. Wait till he finds out you have a spinning wheel that you got for free.
Wow. Yeah, we'll deal with
We'll
that
deal
one.
with that later.
We'll deal with that.
Okay, we have seriously 2 minutes to do this. This is the wonderful bag that Kay Willow donated to us. It does not have a
Name.
I don't know if you made this, Kay. It's really nice.
Please let us know.
But let us know if you do know. It's got
Prizes.
coordinating. Yeah, this is all our prizes. It's got coordinating fabric inside and 2 pockets.
Okay, so we'll go right through this real quick.
Real quick.
We actually did tape this for you earlier, but I messed up and
Sheila didn't
hit
turn it on
record.
the right way, and I feel so happy about that I'm not the only one who can't figure out how to use that camera.
So these are bags that were all donated to us by Susan Q Knits. So these are going in the prize bag.
In the prize bag.
These are from Lisa at Webb's.
And this is online
Online
Super Sock.
Super Sock.
There's the Irish colorways,
and then this,
brown and black,
Florida color,
and the Florida colorway.
which is purple. So
Which
those
is-
are going into the prize package.
This is also from Lisa. This is Kangaroo Dyer in the Franklin Experiment colorway. It's a sock yarn.
And we have one here that doesn't have the price. The colorway was ripped off, I think.
Oh, yeah. It's bright.
Yeah, right.
And toe footsies
Some more two footsies
that we
and
got
was
from Lisa. And then these
Are the
3
skein-
lovelies are
skeins.
from the anonymous donor. Rhubarb colorway in Numma Numma Toasty.
Which is pretty.
It's gorgeous. Cherry Tree Hill. Which one is this?
Super soft.
Sakatumi. In the Old Rose colorway, which is purples and
Which
browns
I've
and
knit with
greens.
Cherry Tree. That's my Harvest Do is in that, and I love it.
And then some DK Super Sock in
the
Caribou Creek. So all of those prizes could be yours when we reach.
Well, not all of them.
One of these could be yours
When we reach 500. Plus, we have some bags to donate to you as well.
I think we're going to give away around 10 prizes for the Prize-a-Palooza. All of this might not make it into Prize-A-Palooza. We might use it for prizes afterwards. It depends on. We have some stuff coming that we know can also
From
go
the
into
Plurk
the
Podcaster Challenge.
if we get more stuff, I don't know, maybe we'll even make more prizes. But we want to do a big thing where we, crap.
It's all right. Just go.
All right. We want to do a big thing where we randomly draw from the member list. And we will tell you all about that when we reach 500. So join. If you haven't joined, join.
Please join. Any new members, please join.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. Any returning viewers, I apologize. Thank you for watching and coming back week after week after week.
Yes,
We really do appreciate
it.
You can find us on Ravelry, Knit One, Heart Two. You can find us on Blogspot, knitoneheart2.blogspot.com for all of our show notes. If you want to email us, knitoneheart2@gmail.com. We're on Plurk as Knit1Heart2. We share the account, but it's mostly me.
Yeah, I'm not on Plurk that much.
Twitter, Knit1Heart2, Knit1Heart1Wendy.
I'm Knit1Wendy.
On Pinterest as well.
Knit1Wendy.
Knit1Heart2 on Pinterest as well. And I think that cuts it all.
Yeah, so knit with heart, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Knit with Heart.